Elara moved through the halls like a shadow. No one noticed the kitchen girl with the oversized apron and silent footsteps. She was the one who chopped vegetables before sunrise, arranged salad bowls with military precision, and carried trays to floors where her name was never asked. It didn't bother her. Not really. She had long accepted that people saw uniforms, not individuals. But Elara noticed everything. She knew the security guard on the night shift drank his coffee with cinnamon, that the receptionist hummed when she was anxious, and that the CEO, Marcus Thorne, always left the croutons untouched on his plate. He never said a word about it, but she saw the pattern. One day, she stopped adding them. That morning, she added a new touch instead, a rare herb lemon thyme, carefully placed beside the vinaigrette. It was something she'd overheard weeks ago during a late delivery. Marcus had mentioned it, offhandedly, to his assistant. Most would have forgotten. Elara didn't. She delivered the salad as usual. No fanfare. Just a knock, a nod to the assistant, and she disappeared before the CEO entered the room. But something was different. Marcus took one bite, paused, and looked down at the plate. It was simple: lettuce, cherry tomatoes, olives, lemon thyme, but there was precision in the balance, the taste oddly comforting. He glanced around the room, then asked his assistant, "Who made this?" The assistant shrugged. "Kitchen staff. One of the new ones, I think." Marcus nodded, but his curiosity lingered. Back downstairs, Elara didn't know her work had sparked anything. She continued cleaning, organizing labels in alphabetical order, and helping the dishwasher fix a jam tray. Quietly effective. Completely unnoticed. She wasn't trying to be seen. She just believed in doing things right. That day, Marcus requested the same salad again. Wordlessly, the assistant relayed it. Elara made it, again with lemon thyme, again with precision. And again, he noticed. It wasn't love. Not yet. But something shifted. For the first time in years, Marcus found himself interested in the detail, in the intention. He didn't know her name, but he remembered the care. In a world of efficiency and surface-level charm, someone had seen a detail about him no one else had. That alone made her unforgettable. Let me know if you'd like me to write Section 2 next. F. Or provide a voiceover script version. F. Marcus Thorne built empires by ignoring distractions. Feelings, small talk, sentiment. They didn't belong in boardrooms. He trusted performance, data, and discipline. People respected him, feared him, but no one got close. That's how he liked it. Until the salad. It wasn't the food. It was the precision. Someone had remembered a passing comment he'd made once, months ago. Lemon thyme. No assistant, no chef had ever gotten it right. But someone in the building had listened. He requested it again. Quietly. The same salad, same attention to detail. It arrived perfectly prepared. Again. Marcus noticed her signature now, barely there, but consistent. The olive slices were never uneven. The dressing always separated from the greens. And the herb, never too much, never too little. It was intentional. Precise. Personal. He started to wonder, who was behind it? He asked for her name. Elara, the assistant said. One of the kitchen girls. Just a name. But it stayed with him. He began to watch. Not obviously, not yet. But he reviewed camera footage under the guise of tightening security. He saw her, moving quietly through the halls, straightening chairs no one asked her to fix, helping co-workers with no expectation of recognition. She didn't lead loudly. She led by doing. Marcus remembered when he was like that, fresh out of school, staying late, fixing others' mistakes in silence. Before the power, before the politics. Before he became someone no one approached without an appointment. He didn't say anything to her. Not yet. Instead, he sent more orders. Subtle tests. Minor variations. She passed each one. Every time, the dish came back better than expected. She adapted without praise. Delivered without delay. No ego. No show. Marcus wasn't used to being impressed by silence. But Alara's silence had weight. It carried thought, care, precision, qualities he valued, buried beneath years of noise and ambition. He started wondering how someone so invisible could carry so much presence. Let me know if you'd like Section 3 next, F or A condensed summary version F4 narration. Marcus requested the salad again, but this time, in person. He didn't delegate it. He didn't explain. The instruction was simple. Have the girl bring it up herself. Alara hesitated when the message reached her. No one from the kitchen ever went to the executive floor alone. But she followed orders. She carried the tray steadily, ignored the stairs, and entered the top-floor office when summoned. Marcus looked up. Just once. Sharp, calculating. Then he nodded at the tray. She set it down without a word. He waited. Did you add the time? He asked. She nodded. Yes, sir. No nervous laughter. No unnecessary chatter. Just calm, direct response. He studied her, her composure, her restraint. Most people filled silence with noise. She didn't. She stood still, ready to leave, no expectation in her eyes. That alone caught his attention more than any polished executive pitch ever had. She turned to go. He said, "You notice things others miss." That made her pause. She replied, "It matters." Then she walked out. He didn't stop thinking about her. She returned to the kitchen and kept working like nothing happened. But from that day, small things started changing. The best produce began arriving earlier. Her shifts aligned better. Tasks she used to beg to do, organizing inventory, working prep for special events, were quietly assigned to her. She thought it was coincidence. It wasn't. Marcus was watching. Not with obsession, but with purpose. He watched how she corrected a mislabeled allergen tag that could have harmed someone. How she lent her gloves to a junior staffer and finished the cleanup herself. How she never pushed for credit. He saw something rare: competence without arrogance. Leadership without authority. He never said much. Just sent more orders, more tests. Each one was answered with excellence. Others noticed too. Whispers started. Some colleagues grew resentful. She was still a kitchen girl. Why was she getting special treatment? Alara ignored it. She wasn't chasing attention. She was just doing her job. Marcus knew that. And the more he saw, the harder it became to look away. Let me know if you'd like Section 4 next, F, or A drama-enhanced version F4 more tension. Alara wasn't meant to hear it. She was restocking supplies near the loading dock when two senior managers passed by, speaking low and fast. Downloaded last night. If this leaks, we blame someone expendable. Kitchen girl, maybe? No one will question it. They moved on before she could see their faces. But the words stuck. Downloaded. Blame. Expendable. She didn't panic. Instead, she listened more closely in the days that followed. She noticed when one of the execs she'd seen near the dock started avoiding eye contact. She noticed missing file folders in the admin room. Password sheets left in places no one should leave them. She started documenting. Small things. Time-stamped deliveries. Who was in the building after hours? Who accessed the restricted servers? Then she did something simple. She wrote a note on plain paper, no signature. Someone inside is leaking information. I think you already suspect. Be careful who you trust. She slid it under Marcus's door. Marcus read it that night. He had already sensed something off. System lags, misplaced documents, late-night badge swipe. But this confirmed it. And more importantly, it confirmed who he could trust. The next morning, he launched a quiet internal audit. Nothing public. No emails. Just cross-checks, access logs, background reviews. He didn't involve Alara directly. That would put her in danger. But he made sure she stayed protected. Shift changes. Increased security. A quiet warning to the staff that any harassment would lead to immediate dismissal. Still, the pressure reached her. One night, her locker was broken into. Her name badge thrown in the trash. A USB drive she didn't own appeared in her coat pocket. She understood the message. She was being framed. She didn't run. Instead, she waited. When security came to question her, she said one thing: check the cameras. They did. Marcus watched the footage personally. He saw the executive slipping the drive into her coat, saw the locker being forced open, saw everything he needed. He didn't react with anger. He reacted with strategy. Because now, he had enough to bring the whole thing down. Let me know if you want Section 5 next, F or A detailed confrontation script F4 dramatic voiceover. Security called her in. No explanation. Just a request to follow. Elara walked in steady, unshaken. She already knew what was happening. The room was quiet. 2 guards. 1 manager. And Marcus. The USB was placed on the table. This was found in your coat, the manager said. Care to explain? Elara didn't flinch. It's not mine. Of course it's not, Marcus said, cutting him off. Everyone turned. He tapped a remote. Footage played on the wall monitor, clear, time-stamped, undeniable. The same executive who'd once praised loyalty caught slipping the USB into her coat pocket. Another clip showed him at a terminal past midnight. Another in the hallway, whispering near the loading dock. The room went still. Marcus turned to the guards. Bring him in. They moved fast. The manager looked pale. Sir, You vouched for him, Marcus said coldly. You'll explain that to the board. Elara said nothing. She didn't gloat. She didn't even look relieved. Just calm. Marcus noticed that. He admired it. Later that day, he issued a company-wide statement. No names. Just a message. Security breach identified, handled internally. Investigation closed. But word spread. People in the building knew. The kitchen girl had uncovered what the board had missed. The same girl who used to mop the floors without a sound. No one mocked her now. The same staff who ignored her started saying hello. Asking for her input. Some out of guilt. Some out of awe. Marcus didn't thank her publicly. He didn't need to. His actions were clear. The person he now trusted most wasn't wearing a suit. She was wearing an apron. Let me know if you'd like Section 6 next. F or A closing monologue script F4 narration. Marcus changed her shift himself. No middlemen, no announcement. Just a quiet notice. Elara would now report directly to the executive floor kitchen. Fewer staff. Better hours. Total autonomy. She didn't ask why. She knew. He spoke to her more often now, not about food but about patterns, trust, details. He asked her opinion on things others wouldn't understand. Where systems failed. Where people lied. Where truth lived in the unnoticed. And she always had an answer. Quiet. Sharp. Unshaken. When a major investor came to the office, Marcus insisted on a private lunch. He didn't call catering. He called Elara. She brought more than food. She brought insight. While the investor talked, she noticed the handshake that didn't match his words. The hesitation in his tone when quarterly numbers were discussed. She didn't interrupt. But when Marcus walked her out, she said one sentence. He's bluffing about the projections. Marcus canceled the deal that night. 2 weeks later, the investor's firm folded. He didn't ask how she knew. He simply looked at her differently now. Not like staff. Not even like an equal. Like someone essential. The building treated her with new respect. Not because of a title. Because of reputation. Influence earned by action, not noise. One evening, Marcus waited near the service elevator. When she stepped out, he didn't speak right away. He just looked at her, this woman who had once been invisible, now untouchable. Finally, he said, "Do you know the first thing you ever did that caught my attention?" She shook her head. "You left out the croutons." She smiled. "You never liked them." He nodded. No one ever noticed. He didn't confess anything. Not then. But he didn't need to. From that moment on, she wasn't just the girl who made the salad. She was the one person Marcus Thorne truly trusted. Let me know if you'd like a full voiceover script F or a visual storyboard outline F for animation.